All right, so we're recording. So this is, and you may want to go ahead and hit mute on all of your speakers until you have a question or want to ask me anything. You can mute that until then. You may hear my dog. But thank you guys for coming. I know there's several of you had emailed me and told me you won't be able to make it for today's meeting. But I want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have after you've had a chance to look over the course. Everything is set up and open. And we will quickly go over the calendar and syllabus, like I said, for any questions. So first off, I'll just, any of you that are here attending have any questions that you want to ask right now that you can think of? Everybody's okay? Okay. The first thing I want you to make sure that you've done is, like I said, had a chance to look through the course, but the main thing is going into that Reading Horizons workshop and make sure that you sign up for that. That way you have a chance to start on that, because it will take you probably, the average is about 8 hours to go through that, so you don't want to wait till the last minute. I know there's quite a bit that's going on that we have this week and next week, and then it kind of tapers off just a little bit to give you some time on that, but you need to go ahead and get signed up. That way make sure that everybody, there's no hiccups, you know, waiting till the last week and then you're not finished. The test for this is a little finicky sometimes, so just be careful when it's asking you to decode, that you just pay attention to that. You have to have at least an 85. It will make you retake the test every time until you get an 85 or higher. Once you get an 85 or higher, that's it. So if you make it, if you get an 85, that's what you get. It won't let you take the test once you make above an 85. Let's see what else. Hey Brooke, I think can you hit mute on your phone? Can you see if it'll mute? I think it's, there we go. That's better. I think we were getting some feedback off from your phone. The next thing is for this week. So I want to make sure everyone in your reading, not your reading horizon, excuse me, in your introduction, you have to submit a voice thread. So make sure that you've had an opportunity to watch this, how to submit a voice thread assignment. Just because you create one doesn't mean that it's been submitted. So you actually have to go in and hit the blue submit assignment link. And once that has submitted, then I'll be able to grade it. Even though you can probably still go in through the VoiceThread app and you can actually see that that VoiceThread is there, it doesn't mean it's been submitted. You actually have to go through the link within Blackboard. So like in your introduction here, you have to actually go through this link where it says introduce yourself, and you can go ahead and create it, but then just add your VoiceThread to there and then hit submit assignment. Otherwise, it won't let me grade your VoiceThread. And then you can just click on this link just to view your other classmates and get to know them. We have a couple of group projects, so that will help you get to know some classmates as well. And that's one thing about an online class. If you don't already know each other, that can be a barrier with the online, is just trying to learn who everyone is and building that rapport with each other. The next thing I wanted to add, in this week one, you're also going to be creating another voice thread, which is in chapter 2. That's why it's critical that you get that voice thread, how to submit correctly. There are specific directions. So for this phonemes voice thread, you'll create your PowerPoint first, and you can listen. It's literally just about the exact of this, but you can copy it off the rubric as well. There'll be 6 slides total, and it has exactly on this assignment here. The assignment will tell you exactly which ones to put where. But make sure that you complete that TK20 has not uploaded our assignment yet. I am still waiting. I emailed the testing coordinator today to see if that course has been loaded on TK20 along with the assignment. You probably get an email from Jean Moore when it's been loaded. But as soon as that is loaded, you need to take your PowerPoint and then you actually put a copy of your link to your VoiceThread on the first slide, and you'll submit that to Blackboard. I'll actually go into Blackboard and grade, not Blackboard, excuse me, TK20. I'll actually go into TK20 and grade it using the rubric, and then I'll just post a number grade in Blackboard. But you'll be able to go into the rubric on TK20 and see how you have scored. But like I said, it may still be another couple of days, but that doesn't mean you don't go ahead and create that phonemes. I just can't grade it until we get it posted into TK20. But like I said, hopefully I talked to them again today and that will be uploaded. If not, by the end of this week, the first of next week. So just make sure you have this done in VoiceThread, and then we'll get it loaded into TK20 after. This is the link that you'll use to create that VoiceThread as well. Let's see here. Any questions over this first week? And everything is due by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. for week 1. So you're going to do chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then go ahead and make sure you start working on that reading horizons. Any questions?
I have a question.
Okay. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So on the RTI Iris module, I have the questions and stuff done except for on the third one. I was just confused if you want us to like actually fill out the worksheet or whatever, or if we're just like summarizing it.
On this one, let me go to that. You'll actually go through and you will select a reading program. So, and you'll decide, okay, on those 5 critical components, which are phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, comprehension, you'll select one of those components and evaluate that program. So like Reading Rockets could be an example of a program that you may go in and look. You just have to Google it and find one. And then go through and answer those questions. So within 3, so choose which one of, would you want to do kindergarten first, second? This tells you how to go through and evaluate the program. So you'll go through and look at that and then choose which grade level. So then you'll tell me what grade level that you're doing. So I may be doing 3rd grade, and in 3rd grade I may look at fluency. And then you'll tell me how did your core program, was it strong or weak, and that kind of thing. So make sure you tell me what your program is that you picked, what grade level, you know, kind of go through those steps.
Okay, so we're just researching a program that we think would. Okay, perfect.
Yes. And you can just literally type in core reading programs, and they'll give you enough information in their website for you to be able to make that distinction. Does it have the necessary skills and what I'm looking for? You know, we're not necessarily going to, in 3rd grade, going to be really looking heavily on phonemic awareness as we would be in kindergarten. At kindergarten reading level, I'm really looking at that phonemic awareness and phonics, that kind of thing. So just as you go through, look at this. Like I said, I wouldn't pick phonemic awareness for 3rd grade and be like, well, it really doesn't do that. Well, it's not really meant to do that for 3rd grade. Okay. I mean, it should still have some in there, but it probably won't be heavily focused.
Right. So then, is it okay if we just summarize it then on the Word document, or you want the actual whole worksheet?
Oh, no, just summarize.
Okay.
No, just, you kind of have to go through that worksheet to be able to summarize. So you kind of do that worksheet yourself, and then you do a summary for me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, any other questions over the Iris module on that one? Okay. Anything else for week 1? We okay on it? There's 2 Iris modules due, and then your phonemes test and your introduction. I think that's Don't hold me to that. Your calendar, yeah. So your presentation, your Irish module, your phonemes, and then another Irish module. And then you do have a quiz after each chapter. Now, of course, you can use your books and notes for your quiz. Those are kind of formative for yourself and your reading. All right, so let's look at week 2 real quick.
A couple of lunch outs that I made. Joe's on deck. Give me one more day. I'll have this thing.
All right, week 3, we're going to start. You're going to have a research paper. So we're going to be actually using Google Scholar and using APA citation. You also have to do a peer review. So you'll have to have a draft by, not this Thursday, but next Thursday for your brain research paper. And then you'll have to pick at least one classmate and provide feedback for that classmate by the following Friday. That way they have time to change, get everything corrected, and turn back in for Sunday. Here's the assignment itself, so you'll just look through this. You'll have to read this article, and then you'll find another article on your own that has to do with the current brain research and how you teach reading. And you'll kind of do a comparison. There is a rubric. So when you click on this, well, it's not showing you the rubric, is it? Hang on. I can fix that real quick.
I think under points possible, if you go to where it, like on the blackboard, if you click on the assignment again, under points possible, it said view rubric.
Did it? Okay. So click back on. Oh, there it is. So there's your rubric and for how this assignment will be graded. So you may want to print that off and just look at it as you are writing. And then I would also recommend when you review your classmates and you do the peer review, look at this rubric and help them say, okay, you know what, you really talk about this, but you don't talk about this, or your organization is very choppy. I can't follow along with your reading. And then of course always grammar, spelling, and so forth. In there, let me get out of that. Well, I don't know what happened, how that got there. Oh, it's on that video. Okay. So let me get back to week 2. So that is one of the big assignments for chapter 3. And then there's a few videos, and these are actual examples of teachers teaching these items. So make sure you watch those. You don't have to turn anything in with that. It's just so you can actually see it in practice, how it would look. And then you've got your chapter 3 test. And then for your peer reviews, you're going to post those here in the discussion board. So if you go to the discussion, you'll see your brain research. So you'll post your feedback there. And then, so there should be, I hope, and if there's one person left out, then I will go in and do a peer review. But there should be someone matched up, so you need to turn that in by Thursday and then provide feedback to your classmate by Friday. And we'll do the same thing for this paper as well. And then, let's see, I know I'm kind of just giving a brief overview here, but just so you have an idea. And then chapter 4 is really, there's an Irish module and a quiz, and that's kind of really all that you have to do with the chapter 4. The main thing is going to be that, writing that paper for chapter 3. And then, like I said, you can go back and look at your course calendar here, and I have everything listed, what you have to do, what are the assignments and the quizzes. Then for week 3 is where we get into, that's going to be our first group project. So like I said, a lot of these things you can kind of work ahead until you get to the group project, and you are already signed a group. So when you go to groups, and you may be able to see yours when I go into student mode. I'm not for sure what it looks like, because I technically wouldn't be assigned a group. But I think you can click on groups, and it should show you the group you're assigned for the fluency and case study, and then there should be a comprehension and vocabulary. So you should be in 2 groups. And you can, work with each other through email. Within your groups, I think you can have a discussion with each other. You can set up a Zoom meeting yourself. You can go to that Eagle page and click Zoom and hit schedule, and then just shoot everybody that meeting ID number. So you can meet just like we're meeting right here and work on that case study and get it completed. And then only one of you will need to actually turn it in, and then it will go for assignment for all. But one thing I'm asking you to do this time too is to complete a partner rubric. So you will click on this rubric. You will fill it out. So you'll put who your group members are. Most groups have 3. I think there's one group that has 4. So you'll put everyone's name there, and then you'll kind of let me know how they did, or if they all did well. So they all did well except for this one. No one else will see this. You'll just email me this. However you want to fill it out. I just want to know if you have a partner or someone in your group that didn't do what they were supposed to be doing, or didn't help, or didn't attend any of the meetings, that kind of thing. You have a way to score that and give that to me, and that way I can make any changes to the grade as necessary. Like I said, just make sure you put your name there, your group members. Like I said, if all of them did good, you can just type me a note and say, okay, everyone did well except for this one. They didn't help, they didn't show up, whatever. However you want to fill it out. Like I said, this is kind of a trial. I've never used one of these before, so we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. And then in your format for your case study, there are usually 3 levels, level A, level B, and level C. Within each level, there are usually different cases. So just kind of make sure you have it formatted where it says level A, case 1, write the question, your answers. That way I can follow along. And instead of saying, okay, well, are they on case 2? Are they on case 3? Just some sort of header to tell me where you're at. And then questions over that? By any chance? Okay. Week 4, we're going to get into vocabulary. Like I said, there's not a lot of, you really need to be working on the reading horizons during this time too. You have a vocabulary selection activity where you have to read an article, and then you have to summarize it and then tell me how you would use what you learned in there. You would describe a vocabulary activity that you would use if you were doing a peer tutoring practice. And it's the same format as our other paper. You're going to do a peer review with it, submit it onto the discussion board. You'll receive feedback, and then you will give feedback, and then it will be due on Sunday as well. And then last but not least, this is so quick, 5 weeks will go by so fast. Your comprehension, we have a group case study again, exactly like the other one. You'll have a different member of your group, and then you have a IRIS module and a quiz, and then your reading horizons. You actually, when you complete it, you'll get a PDF of like a certificate. Just make sure you save a copy of that, and then you'll just upload that certificate. And then it'll tell me what your grade was if you got 93%, and so you'll get a 93 and so forth. Now you can turn it in at any time. It is just due by the 16th of July. That's that last day of class. And that's sort of kind of it in a nutshell. There is a VoiceThread presentation and PowerPoint for every chapter. I usually have some type of videos that will be some examples of whatever strategy or however they're using to teach, so you can watch. You're more than welcome to look for more on your own if you're struggling. I will try to hold a meeting once a week, so if anybody has questions, we can just set those up as we need. So if you if it gets towards the middle or end of the week and say, okay, I'm having trouble, then we can set up a Zoom meeting and meet. I am on campus some, but it's sporadic. So, but if we need to meet face-to-face, we can arrange that too. It doesn't always have to be through Zoom. And that's kind of the course in a nutshell. Like I said, it's a quick 5 weeks. It's a lot of content. And if you'll just stay with the calendar and don't let yourself get behind, like I said, everything is due on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Okay, any other questions? Is everybody okay? Okay, well, I think that's it. And then, and then you also, if for some reason when you upload a presentation, and it's not there for me to grade, I can send you an email, but it comes through Blackboard. So pay attention to those. If you get one of those, that means it hasn't been submitted. You've got to go back in and figure out how to submit. If you're struggling with that, then we can go on Zoom again, and I can actually share your screen, and we can go through the process together on how to submit. But there is a video. But if you don't get an email from me saying that you haven't submitted your assignment, then it means it probably submitted. And if you got a grade, then it's submitted. Okay. Well, if we don't have anything else, I am going to end this meeting, and I'll be posting it under week 1. Like I said, I'll plan on doing a meeting every week. We can get into more detail, and you can ask more questions as things come through. But like I said, if you have any other questions or if anything comes about you need me before a meeting, you're more than welcome to email me. I usually get back to you pretty quick. Sometimes they're not as formal. I'm on my phone, and my daughter plays travel softball, so we play a lot of softball. So I may be, especially on the weekends, I'm gone every weekend. But I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, if no other questions, I will see you guys next week. Bye.